Hey everybody, Invisiblekatana here doing an unboxing for the LootAnime for June 2017. I got some random little issues with my box. I hope this thing doesn't turn into anything really cool this month. I don't remember the theme for this month because I don't buy LootAnime that often, so I never remember the themes when I get like my other subscription boxes every once in a while. But I know it might as well be called the Netflix LootAnime box because pretty much everything in here is based on the Netflix original anime. And that's why I picked this one up, because I recently, like this year, I finally started watching the Netflix original anime. Like I've always wanted to, but I would just never watch them. I think Ajin was the only thing that I watched on time. Like I watched the first season and then season 2. And everything else, I was like, I should pick those up because it's summer. I don't really do anime reviews as much as I like to on my channel. And I was like, I'll pick them up and start doing some Netflix anime reviews. So I'm doing those right now. I'm watching pretty much everything except for 7 Deadly Sins. So I'm doing Knights of Sidonia. There are only like a couple, I think, but Knights of Sidonia, Kuro Makuro. I have to watch Blame. I've seen, Voltron, like I mentioned, Ajin I've seen. And 7 Deadly Sins I've heard is really good, so I'll most likely end up picking that up. It just didn't interest me as much as the other ones did. But once I saw which shows were going to be in this one, I was very excited, so I had to pick it up. And I'm just going to go. And this is also, for anyone who may watch my channel, I switched to this, my Ruby hat, because it's the only anime-based hat that I have. I only got like 3 hats, and it's Back to the Future, Star Wars, and Ruby. So I was like, well, that's all I got for anime. So switch from my normal hat, which I got over here, for my Back to the Future for my normal channel hat. But put on my anime hat today to do my LootAnime unboxing. And we'll start with the shirt here, which is Blame. And Blame, for anyone who has not seen it, is super freaking sweet. I actually haven't seen it myself. I know that it's sweet because this is actually the second manga I've ever read all the way through. I'm pretty sure it was either the second or the first. I'm pretty sure the first one was called, the first one was 666 Satan. It's also called Opart Hunter in the States, because can't really have 666 Satan as your title. But Blame is super awesome. They just recently put a new anime film out for Netflix, and I'm super excited to watch it. I think it's like an hour and a half or so. And I heard it was getting a sequel, which is pretty cool. But it's a very interesting series. And also, for anyone who is a fan of the Netflix original anime, this is made by the exact same creator of as Knights of Sidonia. So the same person did that. I heard in season 2 they even have a reference to the characters actually watching. I would assume it's the old anime because there is like a 6-episode anime of Blame. And I thought that was cool when I read that. So I'm excited to get to that episode now that I'm in season 2. But Blame has always been one of my favorites. It's a very unique manga. It's super, super low on dialogue. It's one of the fastest manga you could possibly read. And I'm pretty sure that's why it only has like 6 episodes for that old anime. And even the movie, an hour and a half, I think it probably cover it pretty well because there are just a billion panels where it's just art. It's like just the character walking. And the character himself hardly says a single freaking thing. Like other characters say more than the main character does through like the entire series. So it's a really unique one. As far as manga go, I've never read a manga that was like this one. But I always thought it was really, really cool. So I'm glad that the shirt is Blame. I think a lot more people will recognize it these days. Like if I ever saw someone with a Blame shirt, I'd be like, oh crap, that's Blame from like, I think that originally came out in like the 90s or something. So I'm glad it's getting a resurgence on Netflix. I think that's really awesome. Highly recommend you check it out. I haven't seen the movie, but based on what I know from the manga itself, I highly recommend you guys check out Blame. Going to the second item. I'm going to save that because it seems like the biggest one. So we'll go with whatever's in the plastic here. And we have, tiny little a Sanrio plush. A Sanrio plush from Evangelion. Get this junk out of here. I can't remember the name of this character because I'm not super familiar with Evangelion. I've only, there we go. I'm familiar with it based on the movies. Like I saw the remake movies that came out, so like 1.1 or whatever they're actually called. I watched them all on Toonami, but I actually like them. I did not know that these came with these have like the tiniest amount of beads in these like inside the body. I never knew that. I think that's super weird now because the head is all plush, but the body is like got like a couple of compact little beads in there. So that's interesting. But I like that. I do like Evangelion. I'm not like the biggest fan ever, but I really do like those movies. I always thought they were pretty cool. So that's cool that they have this. I don't know if that's a clue that Netflix is doing something with Evangelion. So we'll go to the item. Oh, this is pretty awesome. So we have, this is the Knights of Sidonia item. And this is crazy. It's actually a cell phone stand. do this. Oh, it's 2 parts. All right. So it is a cell phone stand that is one of the, basically it's the mechs from the actual anime. And now I got this stupid piece of tape on here. There we go. So it's one of the mechs from the actual anime. I would assume it just goes like this. And then you sit your phone like right on top of the base there. So that's actually kind of awesome. And it, of course it leans back like that. Have your phone sitting up here, and then you got yourself a nice little mech. Mine is super scratched up on the back. I'm gonna have to tweet Luke right about that. I don't know if you guys can see it. If I zoom in, you probably see it better. And the reflection, like all those lines, all of those are scratches. Like those are like deep scratches. Like I can feel that. Like that's my nails going over the scratches. That's how deep they are. So might be texting at LootAnime on Twitter pretty soon, because mine is all scratched up on the back here. Like someone just went. Well, it was in the middle. It was inside the box too, because I was gonna say it could be the people that shipped it to me, because as you see, like this horrible bent up piece, but that wouldn't scratch the inside of something. So I don't know how mine ended up with like an insane amount of scratches inside bubble wrap, inside a box, inside another box. But yeah, mine's super scratched up on the back, so that sucks. But this is cool, simple little item, but I do love the design for these mechs. Also a great anime. Recently went through season 1, currently on season 2. I also do reviews for all the Netflix anime that I've watched so far, so if you guys want to check them out, I'll put links in the description to my first episode review for Knights of Sidonia, as well as my review for Kudo Makuro, season 1, episode 1. We got manga here. This is, oh man, I forgot this was in here. This isn't actually a manga like I thought it was. It felt like one, but it's actually Gurren Lagann artwork. I forgot this was going to be in here. I've seen Gurren Lagann. It is a super awesome anime. If you have not seen it, check it out. It's a classic for a reason. Everybody talks about it for a reason. And not just because of her. It's actually really freaking sweet. So this is an art book, which is actually very cool. And it's just got lots of cool pictures in here. Yeah, this is actually really awesome. I like this. So I won't shoot through all of these on camera, but well, I guess I will. Just so you guys can get like some quick glimpses if you want to slow that down for yourself. But that's really awesome. I love a good art book, especially if it's for something that I actually like. Even if it's something I don't. If it's a franchise or something that I'm not interested in, I can always appreciate some really good art. And this, I actually like the series, so I think I'll like it even more. And I believe on the back here, it looks like they have, I think these might be the cover for every chapter, I guess. Oh, it's the illustrations index, so it's just for the pages and stuff. I thought it was supposed to be like the covers for every like chapter of the manga or something like that, or every volume. But that's actually really awesome. So I like that. I haven't seen the anime in quite a while. It's been a minute since I've watched the anime, but really good anime. I really enjoyed that one. Then we have the pin for this month, which is very nice. And then it's actually Voltron. Oh, hold up. The top even goes up and down. Oh, that's super cool. I love that. I'm going to have to zoom in for this one. But it is Voltron, Legendary Defender. And that actually goes up a little bit and then comes down just a tiny bit. That is super freaking sweet. If you have not seen Voltron Legendary Defender, it is absolutely amazing. I slept on it for quite a while, and then I heard that the people that make this, the showrunners for this, worked on both Avatar series. And I was like, oh, well, I need to watch it, and I freaking love it. I flew through the first 2 seasons, and they're absolutely phenomenal. I cannot wait for season 3. But Legendary Defender, very great. If you have not seen it, highly recommend it. We also have the phone charm for this month, which is actually pretty nice. It almost looks like, I was about to say a robot Mega Man, that's so stupid. It looks like a Mega Man cat. That's what it looks like. So let's get this thing out of here. Zoom in again. For anyone who doesn't watch my channel, you don't watch my unboxings, the reason I do this is because my autofocus on my camera is kind of stupid sometimes. But there's the phone charm for this month. I think it looks pretty cool. But yeah, my autofocus tends to get really dumb on me sometimes. Like, it'll be the simplest stuff, and it won't zoom in, or it won't focus like it's supposed to. So I stick to just manual. We got, oh, here's our poster for this month, and this will help me find out what the heck the theme is, because I legitimately do not remember. Rise up. There it is. Rise up. follow this. Get some cool stuff. A lot of cat based. Okay, so our little cat here is like the phone charm mecha cat is also on the poster. So that was like the inspiration for this month's phone charm. And of course we have our items on the back here. For the Evangelion, the macro mini plush as they call them. That's pretty cool. So you get Rei or Asuka. So I got Asuka. I remember the names if I see them and look at the characters. So I have Asuka, but you could also get Rei as well. So that's pretty cool. And it says if you get one and not the other, it says starting July 15th, we will have a limited quantity of the companion mini plush available, at the Loot Vault. So I mean, odds are if you subscribe to Loot Crate, you've got a million emails about how they have old items in the vault, so you probably know about that. But those are the items for this month. I just want to read this for the enamel pin. The Defenders of the Universe are back and inspiring a whole new generation. The DreamWorks Netflix series reimagines the adventures of the Voltron Force as they pilot their robot lions and fight galactic evil. Like the lions, this pin has a movable mouth that reveals the face of Voltron, which is very awesome. Like, honestly, that's just really cool because I've never seen an enamel pin move before, so I think that's really cool. But no matter the challenges, no matter the threat, it can be overcome when we band together and rise up. Gather your mech and tech to defend your fellow humans with Gurren Lagann, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Knights of Sidonia, Blame, and Voltron Legendary Defender. Very, very cool. I've definitely folded that up unbelievably wrong. It's actually completely inside out. I always suck at that. I always screw that up. And then we have, oh, that's actually kind of cool. So this is the actual crate for this month. It's like, a landing pad that goes out, launch you out into outer space. So that's actually very cool. Got some little computers and stuff on the outside. So that's actually pretty awesome. I like this one. It's got a really cool effect, like that three-dimensional effect. Especially when I look at it through the actual lens, it actually looks really good where you see it like fly up like that. So that's cool. I like this crate for sure. Favorite item? I think my favorite item would have to be the shirt. I really like this pin. That's really crazy that the pin might actually be like one of my favorite items, but it's a movable pin and it's Voltron. Like, I never watched the old Voltron series, but I always thought Voltron had one of the coolest designs. Like, it's so simple, it's just 5 lines put together, but I always thought it looked so freaking cool. And the black line on top and the way the helmet looks, I just always thought it looked freaking phenomenal. And to have this little pin that actually moves, it's such a nerdy thing to like, but it's so cool. So I love both of these. But I really do like this shirt because I don't have a Blame shirt, and that's just freaking sweet. And I don't think enough people watch Blame, so I'm going to have to represent one of my favorite series that like I said, is probably the second manga I've ever read all the way through. So definitely an interesting experience with that. One of my earliest full manga reads. Definitely an interesting series as far as my nerdy heart is concerned. Definitely like the Gurren Lagann book. That's definitely awesome. It does say it is the Loot Crate Limited Edition, so I don't know if that means the cover is different. Actually, we can probably find out. It will probably be on here. So in the distant future, the Spiral King has forced humanity to live underground, but teams Simon and Kimana, I read it totally backwards, I was about to say Kamina, lead the charge to fight back. With the help of friends and the mecha known as Lagann, they reach Earth's surface to combat the King's evil forces. We're celebrating Gurren Lagann with this special edition art book, currently out of print, so that's actually very important. This soft-cover, resized version features, okay, so that's awesome too, over 130 pages of images from the series created by Gainax, DVD covers, and magazine artwork. Okay, so it's like a collection of like across like all forms of media, like both in magazines as well as sold on DVD, this unique art, and it's resized and it's out of print. So that actually really ups the value for this. Like, aside from it just being, really good art and some really epic posters and stuff, like, I love this one. Like, both these are good. I love this one though. That looks really great. So that's pretty awesome. So it's not only resized, but it's basically completely redone because it was out of print, and there's just a million other cool things about it. So I definitely enjoy this. This would probably, this is a really good one. If you know the series, you know why that's cool. But that's really awesome. But yeah, this is actually really cool. They got like alternate costumes for the characters and stuff, and this is really nice. Like different endings and all sorts of things. This is hilarious. They actually have I can't even think what I'm trying to do. The pillow picture. So that's hilarious to me. But this is a decent crate. it didn't like blow my mind or anything. If I'm being totally honest, as far as like ranking them, I don't ever do ranks. I just say what I like and what I don't like about it. But if I was ranking this, I would say, let's see, I definitely love this. Really enjoyed this. I don't mind this. The Knights of Sidonia thing I think is cool. I do have a personal issue because of the fact that mine is like super scratched up on the back. That does have it's like a minute thing, but it is an effect, and it's not like I'm trying to see if this is like plastic, like the little plastic bubble, which actually it looks like it might be, but I'm pretty sure that even if this is like removable plastic, which I think it might be if I try to pick at it long enough, it is. So let's see. It's totally clean. This is some super deep effing plastic because I never knew that you could scratch through plastic like that. I still don't know why the plastic strip, but it's perfect. It's totally smooth, so that takes it up a bit because I don't have an issue anymore. So the same with this, because this had little scratches on the bottom, but I'm sure it's just more plastic. So there's something for anyone who may have already opened theirs and is like, crap, mine is scratched up. It's actually all plastic, for anyone who may not have taken a look. At least I hope this is plastic too. I'm pretty sure it is. I hope they're both plastic, but I won't see the bottom of this nearly as much as I would see the back of this. So this is completely smooth, so that makes it a little bit better for me. But I do think this is okay. The main thing with this is that I don't really use my phone that often to where I need like a phone stand. I do love this though. I think it has a cool design. Actually, dang, I didn't even notice that the first time. So, excuse me. When you're looking at it, it would be down like this. So you can kind of see like the writing in the foot, if I can get the reflection. You can just barely see the foot down there. And I think that's weird. It's separated. Like there's a split in the foot, so this bottom piece right here is like underneath. And for some reason that just seems really odd to me. Like why not just have the whole thing raised up like the tiniest little bit to have the whole picture up top and nothing on the bottom. But either way, that's a simple little thing. But for me, like I said, it's not just how the item looks, it's the practicality. And I don't use my phone like that very often. Like I'm on it, but I think like most people, if you're on your phone, typically it's because you're moving around or you're standing up or something, so the phone is from your pocket straight to your hand. Very rarely is it like you sit it down to, you know, like on a stand or something like that. And of course they make phones like that, so you can do that, and they even come with kickstands. So this is useful in that scenario where you can stand it up vertically or horizontally on this, which actually my phone is like right here. So, you know, you can sit it down right there or stand it up if you want to and kind of cover up the whole neck. But it's just a situation that is not very common for me personally. So I still love the item because I like the series so much, and I like just having this picture of the mech. Even though it's just a 2D picture, it's just nice. It's a nice little image there. So I do like this item. It's probably my... I really like this pen. It's hard. I can't believe I love the pen so much. So this might be like my fourth favorite item. But I do really like the items in this. But like I said, if I was ranking it, like based on everything that I got out of this, I'd say the value is definitely there. The shirt, you know, in general, shirts are like 20 bucks. So honestly, no matter what, whether or not you like it, especially if you do like the shirt, the value is definitely there. So for me, you know, basically 20 bucks for a t-shirt, the value's there. This is from a franchise I like, and I love art books, so that's really awesome. The pen, pens can cost a couple of bucks. This can be about like, depending on how they are, like this is actually a double pen. I don't know if I actually showed the back, but it's like a two-sided thing, which it's weird. It doesn't seem big enough to do that, but when you look at it, like I'm looking at it like right off the bottom, it's like, yeah, I guess it's wide enough. But it also has like the movable piece, so this I can see going for like almost 10 bucks. But mostly the shirt and the art book, out of print, resized, everything, I'd say the value is definitely there. I would probably give it out of 5, like just because I don't ever do rankings, so that's why I'm like, I don't know what I give it. But if I was giving it like out of 5, I'd probably say like, I really like this, really like this. That's pretty cool. I'd probably give it like 3.5, like 3.5 out of 5. So, you know, that's definitely like more than, like just a little bit more than in the middle, but I would say closer to 4 than to 3. If I'm doing like 3.75, some stupid number like that, that's why I don't rank any of my stuff. It's just what I like and what I don't like. But I think it's a decent one. Like I said, there was nothing in here that like really blew my mind though, but I did enjoy this. I am glad I got it because for one, the shirt is super awesome. I'm glad it wasn't Gurren Lagann because Gurren Lagann is so popular. You can easily find a shirt for that. And Blame, I don't think is popular enough. Like I don't think I could go anywhere and find a shirt for like 666 Satan if I wanted to, because that manga came out a long time ago, and it's never had an anime, which is criminal almost. Like, it is an amazing manga. Like, it is really freaking good. And I was like, how did this never get an anime? So it blows my mind. But check it out. It's made by Seishi Kishimoto, who's Masashi Kishimoto's brother, the creator of Naruto. His brother made that. If you're familiar with, like, I think it's called like Sukidachi 9, same creator. So if you're familiar with that, it's not the same style, it's not nearly as adult, it's definitely shonen style, but it's super freaking good, it's really great. But I like this crate. If I could swap some stuff out, I would probably swap out, well, I would definitely swap out the plush, just to get a different type of item, because I'm not that big on plushes. I don't know what in the world I'm going to do with this. Just make sure the dog doesn't get it, because it's tiny and she will bite it. So there's that. The phone charms, I know that comes in all the LootAnime, so that's like, you know, you can't really swap out the phone charms. That's every month. This one is cool though. I do like the Mecha Cat. I just won't use it because it's the phone charm and I don't really use that. But I like this one. I would have loved to have gotten the manga if they had like an exclusive manga for, if they made like a unique version of a manga for one of the anime. I think that would have been cool. Granted, all of them have anime, or all the anime actually have manga. They're obviously made from manga, all the Netflix anime. But it would have been awesome if they did like a one-time manga for the Voltron series or something. I was kind of hoping there'd be something really cool like that. And this month, instead of a manga, we have a really cool art book. So I do appreciate that, because honestly, getting the first chapter of a manga, even if it's like a unique variant cover, it just always depends. And this, I feel I can enjoy more. I can always look at some pictures, and it's not like I'm going through an entire, just the first chunk of the story. It's like I'm just looking at some cool pictures every once in a while. So I feel like, personally speaking, especially considering I'm going through the anime and stuff like that, I've already seen them and I know the stories, this actually has more value to me personally. But I like this crate. I'm going to try to get some use I'm going to try to get some use out of my Knights of Sidonia phone stand. I don't know how often that'll happen, but I'll try to get some use out of that for sure. Of course, would love to know what you guys thought about this crate, so please put your comments down in the comment section below. Let me know what your favorite items were, your least favorite items. What franchises would you guys swap out? You know, it's Rise Up. There are 80 million different anime that you can do that for. Oddly enough, I feel like you could do that for Avatar: The Last Airbender. You know, maybe not so much for Korra, but definitely Avatar: The Last Airbender. I feel like Rise Up is a great theme for that, considering the entire point of that, you know, original series. Rise Up would have been perfect for that. So I definitely would have loved to have swapped that out. Like, if I got a plushie of Aang, I would have been way more excited. That would have been sweet. But I still like this one. Like I said, though, would love to know what you guys thought about it. Sorry this video is so long, but whenever it gets to my anime, I can definitely ramble, especially because I don't do many anime videos on my channel. So that's why this video is so insanely long. But most of my unboxings tend to be anyway. But hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said before, if you guys want to check out my reviews for the Netflix anime, I'll be putting links in the description. I would appreciate it if you guys did check them out. Let me know what you guys thought. But in general, like I said, I want to know what you guys thought about this month's crate. So please comment below, let me know. And of course, thanks for watching.